Welcome back to the Brothers Workshop, everybody. As always, my name's Dave. Sean's behind the camera today, and this video right now is a 100,000 mile review of old Ruby right here. She's a 2015 Chevy Silverado V6. That's right, she has the 4.3 liter V6 engine. She gets about 285 horsepower and about 305 foot-pounds of torque to the rear. This truck is nothing to sleep on. What sets this one apart is it is not the V8. I know we have a few videos already reviewing Sean's old truck Patches, 100,000 miles on the V8. But this one right here, complete world of difference, and it's nothing to be sleeping on. You can check the other review videos right here, but there's nothing else on the internet right now reviewing this truck or that engine. Now you might be asking yourself, why would anybody buy a truck with a V6 motor who's not a dad taking his kids to soccer practice? Well, you should be asking yourself, why wouldn't you buy a truck like this? First off, fuel economy. When I was living in Dallas and I would take trips down to Houston, I was getting about 30 miles a gallon on this truck, and on the way back, just shy of that, right around that 25 to 28 miles a gallon. When it's flat and smooth sailing, 25 miles a gallon all day in this truck. Now that I'm back up north, we got a lot more hills here. I see a little bit more of a range between that 15 to 22 mile a gallon mark. Now I bought this truck specifically for that fuel mileage and the ability to utilize it as a truck. I don't do a lot of towing. Now I've done a lot of towing with this truck, but currently I don't do a lot of towing. I use this truck specifically because I do a lot of building projects. I am an architect, but you might be asking yourself, why would an architect need a truck? It's because I also build. I didn't want a small little thing like a Tacoma or a Colorado. What I wanted was a full-size truck with decent gas mileage, and that's what I got with this truck. As an architect, you don't need a truck unless you actually do building projects, which is what I do. We do everything from furniture, custom projects, to actually building houses. When I started a lot of those projects, I was working with a Chevy Cobalt, and I was building out of that thing. And I knew I needed something that had some practical reliability and the ability to carry my material around. I got a driver over there anyway, that's what I want. Goodbye, car. Grimace. Bye, Grimace. I'm gonna miss Grimace too. Mike, you wanna give Grimace a hug? Let's give Grimace a hug, Mike.
I got your artisanal coffee.
Hey, I'll give you this one, dude. Nobody here. You don't know anybody in Dallas, so it don't matter.
Oh, Grimace! Goodbye, Grimace. Bye, Grimmy.
Grimace.
Hello, Grimmy.
So as I had mentioned before, this truck, it's kind of a unique package. Not only does it have the 4.3 motor, the 6-cylinder, but it's also an LT with the Z71 package. As you can see, it comes with the slick running boards, the Z71 sticker that proves, and if you don't believe it, because I've seen a lot of guys actually put these stickers on their trucks, especially down in Texas with the two-wheel drives lifted. Come on, guys. It is what it is. We got the Rancho shocks down here and the locking rear diff in this truck. It's been a good truck overall for me. I've done a lot of building projects with it, and it's exactly what I've needed. And I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there questioning whether this truck is going to be qualified for their work. I know we talked a lot about the good about this truck, but just like everything good, there's always a little bit of bad. There's a few things that have been kind of quirky with this truck specifically, and if any of you guys have had these problems, comment below. If you have anything else that has happened to your truck, also let us know down below. Maybe we'll make some videos about that. First thing I want to note, right back here, happened the second day after I bought this truck. Right here, the 2015 to the 2014 and 2015 models have this plastic on the back seat. Well, the plastic is a good thing because it keeps your kids and your passengers from knocking that back seat and tearing up the cloth. That was not installed properly. I don't know what's going on with Chevy, but we have a video right here explaining a quick fix for how you repair that if it falls off. Mine specifically, the dealer I bought this from tried to hide that. They Velcroed it in and it fell off the second day I owned the truck after I hit a bump on my way to work. It was kind of frustrating and also embarrassing when I had some people in the back seat and you could just see the foam liner on the back of my seat. you know, come on Chevy, I know we could do a little better, and I know you've upgraded since, but there's a lot of people out there that had some issues with that. Up front, if you guys have had any issues with your, now up front, the only issue I've had is that the touchscreen's kind of finicky. You know, every once in a while you'll tap that thing and it won't react to your finger touching it, and it also flickers between screens. If any of you guys have had an issue like that, comment below and let us know. We're trying to figure that one out, and we're going to be adding a install video or replacement video where we have to go in and actually replace the EDM module and the link to the touchscreen. And I believe that's the issue. There's also been another thing where you can get in there and just rewire it, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to do it the right way. Alright guys, so this truck has been with me for quite a while. I've owned it actually for about 2 years now, and I've done everything from building houses with it to just commuting daily to an office job. Now this truck, it's seen better days. I've had this truck for about 2 years now. The first week of owning the truck, I think it was within the first 3 days, I had it parked in a parking garage down there in Dallas, and some little punks hit the whole garage. They broke into about 20 cars, and they smashed out the driver's side. Sorry, they smashed out the passenger side. Come on over, I'll show you guys. Now the cool thing was, the dealer that I bought this from, they put a protection package in, and if you look right here, this actually was part of it. And as much as that's helped to protect the front of the hood from any damages from rocks and debris, they also added a tint package on the front windows that was like a 35% tint, but it was also a safety tint. So when those kids went to smash my window in, it shattered the whole thing, but they didn't get in. They got into a lot of other cars that day, but they didn't get an old Ruby. So another time that old Ruby had taken some punches, it was about a week before I moved back home from Dallas. And again, this time, I don't think it was a ton of cars. I think mine was the only one hit. It was parked in the same spot, in the same garage. Guy smashed it in, he actually got in that time. I hadn't got the chance to do the protection films. So just know that tint, and you don't have to get the dark stuff, it could just be the clear stuff, is a deterrent to crime, and is a preventative measure as well. So the guy got in, he jimmied it, banged her up a little bit, but you know, she's got a little bit more character now, and I love her for it. And the last time, this is great, you guys are gonna love this, we were at the shop actually. We had a new kid working with us. It was late at night, and the problem with the maroon is you can't really see it that well at night. Kind of like the black trucks, but at least the black trucks have a little bit of shine. The maroon kind of just disappears without any light shining on it. This kid left the parking lot right next to me and slammed straight in to the fender here. The bedside had to get replaced, hit the cab corner. I don't know how he missed this, but he did. And we had to have this whole side of the truck replaced. Only issue now is, body shop did an amazing job, but only issue I've got now after the bed's been replaced is that the tailgate will stick every once in a while. So I got to push in on the corner there. I think it's just a matter of misalignment, but she still works just fine, and I'm planning to get another 250,000 miles out of her. One other thing we haven't really talked about, and you hear a lot about with these 4.3 engines, is that you can't trailer with them, or that you can't lift them, or anything like that. Well, my truck's not lifted, and we haven't put a level kit on it yet. It's something I've been toying with. We have trailered with this truck, and we've trailered a lot. Like Sean had mentioned in the video linked right here about his 2017 GMC, we took a trip from Dallas back home. We trailered our 2-axle 12-foot enclosed trailer for 24 straight hours, roughly 2,000 miles across country back home with this little guy, and she did phenomenal. Averaged about 11 miles to the gallon, which is comparable to your 8-cylinder trucks when you're getting fuel mileage towing. This truck though, not only did I tow that far, but I've gone as far as from here to Annapolis, here to Buffalo, and I've taken this truck all the way up to New Hampshire, through New York City, and up by Boston, towing, all towing. So in all said, this truck, towing our 2-axle 12-foot enclosed trailer, I've got about 8,000 to 10,000 miles towing with this truck. With a truck with 100,000 miles, and especially a 4.3, that's pretty darn good, and I can't complain. It gets your average fuel mileage when towing in comparison to an 8-cylinder. Towing capacity for this truck is 7,100 pounds. It's a 5-foot box, full crew cab, 4-wheel drive truck with the 4.3 motor. The trailer that we tow is a 7,000 pound trailer, fully loaded. But you never want to fully load or fully max out the trailing capacity of these trucks. Before we start touching on trailering capacities for this truck, come on up here, because we didn't mention that this truck actually comes with a towing package, but what it doesn't come with, and what you should know if you're interested in towing, is that the trucks that come with a towing package doesn't necessarily mean it will have an integrated brake controller. We actually had to buy a brake controller, an aftermarket brake controller, to be able to work on the electronic brakes for our trailer. All right, and we're going to switch to Sean now, and he's going to talk to you guys more specifically about the trailer and capacities of this truck, because that's his expertise. What's up, guys? All right, so like Dave said before, this is the 4.3 liter V6, and like he said before, it's nothing to sleep on. It has a 7,100 pound towing capacity. Now that's the max rate for this truck, because it is a 4x4 full crew cab with a short box. And like David said, our trailer is a 12-foot enclosed cargo trailer made by Commander Trailers. And we have a detailed video about that trailer and why we purchased it right here. So go ahead and click on it if you're interested in what we're towing with and why we chose that trailer. And if you have any comments, if you're concerned about towing or anything like that, leave a comment below. We'll always get back to you guys. We love hearing from you as well, so don't be shy. All right, as David was saying before, we did tow for 24 straight hours with this guy. When he was leaving Dallas, where we picked up the trailer, we actually bought the trailer down there with the purpose of using it back home, but also using it to move him home at the same time. His truck did freaking fantastic, man. I can't even lie to you. This thing pulled up and down hills for 2,000 miles. That's 2,000 miles, guys. Anybody who says you can't tow with a 6-cylinder truck, one, they have no experience with these trucks. Two, they've never towed with these trucks. Or maybe they're just small-minded and they can't get past the fact that not everybody needs a V8. Now, V8s are nice, but are you towing a 10,000 pound trailer? No, you can't even do that anyways with these things, because they're only rated about 9,500 pounds, give or take, depending upon the configuration of your trailer. Yes, they go up if you have the 6.2. However, 99% of us who have the 5.3, you're looking at about 9,000 pounds. So, I mean, unless you guys are deciding to pull a camper or anything like that, I mean, for the most of us who use these trucks for work, and you have a 7,000 pound trailer, single axle, double axle, it doesn't matter, this truck is going to work great. And this isn't the only 6-cylinder we tow with. In fact, our father has a truck just like Patch's. We've never done any videos on that truck, however, we might just have to do a couple more in the future. And if you guys want to see those videos, leave a comment, hit that like button. Let us know that you want to see those. That truck has a 4.3 liter V6 as well. It's 2-wheel drive, double cab, basic work truck, but boy, she's a beaut. And that truck has 143,000 miles. She's running strong. My dad can't be more happy. And in fact, that's why Dave and I got these trucks to begin with. We were so sick of how Ford treated us in the past with those terrible, terrible Power Stroke motors. Because in the past, we had 2 Ford Power Strokes. We have a 6.0 and a 6.7. And one, yes, the 6.0 is renowned to be terrible. Unfortunately, we bought it at the height when they just came out, and nobody knew how bad they really were, and we learned the hard way. But we thought we'd give Ford a shot. Again, that truck spun a bearing at 100,000 miles, and for a diesel, that's pathetic. So we decided to mix it up and go with gas motors. Dave went with the more economical. I went with the more just available, readily available. I just want to be able to tow my classic pickup. That classic pickup is a 1966 C20. Video about that, it's going to be linked right here if you guys are interested in classic trucks. Other than that, I mean, you guys can't go wrong with the Chevy, GM, They're great trucks. If you like camping, if you like overlanding, and you want to do it on a budget without breaking the bank, we have a video detailing how we did a little overlanding and camping on a budget with a truck bed tent linked right here. And if you guys like that kind of stuff, let us know in the comments. If you want to see more camping videos, we still have that truck bed tent. Kind of cool thing is that it packs in small enough that it sits under the back seat of this truck. As you guys can see, you got plenty of room in here inside the engine bay to get in there. Even if you got massive hands like I do, you can get in there, you can get all around that engine. Heck, you even have some room to get at the air filter and the battery without bumping into anything else, like a lot of those other new trucks. Too much stuff jammed under the hood. Actually, we do have a video about how you replace the air filter that'll be linked right here, as well as a video about how you replace your battery, which will be linked right here as well. If you guys want to see a list of the videos about these trucks that we've created, check the description below. We really appreciate you guys watching the whole video, and it means that you've either learned something or you've liked it. So hit that like button for us. It lets us know that we brought you some quality content. If you guys have any questions about the truck that we haven't gone over, about this 4.3 motor, about any of the quirks or little kinks about this truck, leave a comment below. We're always getting in contact with you guys. We love that conversation in the comment section. If you guys have any other inklings about this truck or the V8 that Sean's got, check out our library of videos and we'll link a few of them right here. But otherwise, keep building.